my special Facebook page, Prairie Scraps Chalkin. If you're not already in there on on Facebook and on YouTube, Prairie Scraps. So make sure that you do all the things to help sprinkle the love for me. You know what to do. Comment, like, do all those kinds of things. SHARE. And as long as we're talking about that, I want to tell you about something that I'm going to do this month. I am trying to get more following and all that kind of stuff. And one of the ways that you can help me do that is I feel like I'm competing with the rain, you guys. Do you hear all that noise? I am out in the camper, and it was just barely sprinkling when I got out here. And as I was prepping everything, it's just downpouring. Still raining. It's freezing, as you can tell. My heater is on the blitz. It's my second heater this winter. Can you believe it? Anyway, my hair is frizzy because, you know, curly hair does that in the rain. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, I don't know if you guys remember me making this tag. It's a nice, good size tag. I don't know what it is. I can tell you what the measurements are. Looks like about 13 by 6, 7, 8 inches. It's kind of like a door tag. It's got our current club saying on it: live in the sunshine, swim the sea, drink the wild air, by Ralph Waldo Emerson. It's very cute. I think it turned out really nice. Got this little wooden shell up here. Just kind of simple, whatever. I'm going to send it out to the winner this month, for the whole month. Anybody that goes ahead and sprinkles, or as you know, SHARE, any of my live videos, then sprinkle down below to let me know that you did that, and I will put your name into a drawing, and then just message you when I do the drawing if you win, or you can watch the live, right? We'll do a drawing live after the end of the month, so it will be in July, the first part of July, that I will give this away and send it to somebody else, a new owner, right? Isn't it the cutest? I think it's one of the cutest things actually I've made this month. So that is going on. Be sure to get into that drawing by putting down below that you sprinkled for me. So it's just one way you can help out by kind of share. You just never know. You never know who would like to know a little bit more about what I do. If you have some friends that are crafters, I would love for you to let them know about what's going on over here, either on YouTube or on Facebook. So make sure that you put a comment under the video that you do sprinkle to let me know. So you can even go back for all of the June videos. They have to say June. And all of the June videos, you can share them, sprinkle the love. If you're in my Facebook group, sometimes it comes up because I do them out of Prairie Scraps, my business page. Sometimes it'll come up and it won't say share, it'll only say send. So if you send them to multiple friends, then just keep putting sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. That helps me out a ton. So today I am using our lovely star cutouts. And whenever I have, this is one of those items, the cutouts always come up with these cardboards. I always set them aside and use them for painting over. And I learned a new trick that I'm going to be sharing soon for small parts, small pieces. So anyway, we are here. I'm going to be using these little, there's 3 different sizes in here. Actually, I should have read those off to you. Get you over here. Sorry about that. Just close quarters, so you kind of end up with a weirdo view of what I've got going on here, right? I try to keep it neat, but it's looking pretty trashy behind me. But there's 3 different star shapes in this. They're wood. They're nice, about an inch, almost an inch in width. They come already painted white, looking kind of farmhousey because they have the wood, but you can make them any way you want. Make them and they stand up on their own, which is kind of cool. And I've even seen people like hot glue them or glue them together to be kind of like a stock. And that is not what I plan it to, people will glue it together like this so they can stack up in their decor like that. I think that's kind of cute too. But we're going to do a set of these. I haven't done any for a while. I did go online And if you go to my website, they're still available on the website. Otherwise, let me know if they go out, because I do have a few extras. So, like always with the wood cutouts, I start out with my sanding sponge and try to get all the edges nice and sanded down. And if it was ever nice, I could do something like this outdoors. That would be fun to just sand outside. I maybe have to invest in one of those indoor sanders that like sucks up the, oh, okay, one down, one sanding block down. I just like struggle. Oh, this one's getting low. I can tell the difference. But there's lots of edges on these, so this is not as easy to do. Maybe I should just do it on here and then wipe it up, right? These little edges are kind of difficult to get. So I've been getting an overabundance of my projects that I make, because, you know, I've been doing videos every single day, or at most days. I try to do videos. If you're not checking them out in all the places, the other place that I've been kind of putting on some extra videos is for Reels on Facebook. Kind of a, I don't know, weird thing going on over there. Seems like the more you do the more Reels you do, the more views you get. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not even sure Facebook really knows what's going on with Reels. But I think they started something that they didn't know what to do. I think they're trying to be somewhat like, I really like how it looks. Can you see that? Like how that looks after you sand the edges. Let me see if I can get that to, I don't know if that's showing up. You can kind of see the edges. The goal here is not to necessarily get smooth edges, because they're not bad already, because they've already been pre-made. The goal is to get, you know, just kind of a rough and country-ish looking edge. I say country. Country is like old school, right? Really what I mean is like farmhouse. I thought maybe somebody was, I know, so this weather is like rain, rain, rain. Yesterday was 48, today is 51, and I know lots of you are having like heat waves. Meanwhile, we're over here freezing. We are completely and entirely out of wood, and wood is our only heat source in our house. So, and then of course, like I said, my little heater in the camper is not working either. So, you know, it's rough around here. Wearing my sweatshirt, my coat, full time here. It's just too cold. And of course, the best thing for rainy days seems to be curl up on the couch and sleep. So, we had a rough night last night. We found out, April. In April, we found out that my daughter had a, Bethany, you've seen her on here. She had a grand mal seizure one evening when we were sitting around with her. And we found out she has epilepsy, but it's one that I mean, if you were going to catch epilepsy, this is the way to go. You get it later onset between the ages of 8 and 11, and she's 11. And it only occurs right as she's falling asleep or right as she's waking up. The seizures do. So a lot of kids apparently may even, I'm actually warming up. That's good. Sanding is good exercise, I guess. I'm burning my calories today. Right? By the way, if you come on, make sure that you say hey. Let me know you're there. But anyway, so she's only had that one grand mal seizure where we took her to the ER because we had no idea what was going on. And boy, this little sponge is coming apart. Try to get that. I think I got both sides. And so there really hasn't been much action. She did kind of overdo it for band concert one day, had some headaches, looked really sick, started, and then wanted to stay home from school, which we let her, because I don't want her to go. She's looking like she's going to have something go on brain activity wise, and so kept her home. And she ended up like falling asleep, but right as she was falling asleep, she started doing some twitching and stuff, and we woke her up. She was very annoyed. We woke her up. She was very tired and just ready to go there. And anyway, so but hasn't had a full on. Well, yesterday morning during church, she was starting to have a headache, and they say headaches do not cause seizures, but I'm telling you, kind of seeing a trend towards, they may not cause seizures, but they seem to be like maybe an indication of it, because then last night, so she fell asleep last night, she had a grand mal seizure, but we handled it much better. She didn't have to go in or anything. We just turned her to her side, of course sat with her till it was finished, and she was better oriented. And then because it only occurs when she's sleeping, she doesn't want to go to sleep, right? I don't blame her. Poor thing. The cool thing about this one is generally, unless they're having lots and lots of seizures activity, they don't have to go on medication for it, which I think is good. I've not heard much great things about seizure medication. They tend to be pretty harsh on your body. So I'd rather not have to put her on it, but unless she's having excessive. And usually kids who have this type of epilepsy actually grow out of it by the age of 15. So all of those things make me very thankful, although it does like leave for a night of no sleeping for the rest of us, because all you can think about is just as you fall asleep, she'll be okay. What if it happens while I'm sleeping, right? Like, these are the things we think of as parents. And actually, as it turned out, because her siblings have been party to these major seizures, they're also struggling sleeping too. So there's that. So anyway, pair that with the rain and, you know, having somewhat of a high pain thing going on with my leg. And then I've also found out just recently that I am, boy, this is a mess. This is a mess. I guess it's probably good not to throw this, onto the floor, because my floor is bad enough, right? I'm also very anemic right now, and so I'm trying to get my anemia under control. And so all that paired together, I am just really tired, and I can't stay awake most days. So there's that. All right. Now to get rid of the dust in here. I have like a haze, right, over me. Hopefully you can still see. Try to get this off of here. Oh, that's dirty. But it's well worth it, I think. I like the look of it when it's sanded like that. And sometimes, even after I do my project, I go back and, isn't this countertop really great, that yellow? I kind of like it. I'm trying to decide if I should change the curtains to these. Do you think I could do teal with the yellow? So I have a towel hanging there. Trying to make up my mind. You'll have to let me know. Can teal and yellow go together? That's the big question in the Airstream right now. All right, so that job is done. Get my hands free of dust here. Oofda, lots of dust. All right, so we're gonna come back to these stars. I think I'm just gonna wipe them down really quick too, because we don't want to do paste and do the transfers and have it come off. So there was originally a star cutout pattern that was for 4th of July. Let me see what it was called. It's really big, really, really big. It is called Star Cutout Patterns. Very simple. So this one's 4th of July, and then there's one for Christmas as well. And some of them, because like this one, you can use for Christmas totally. It looks totally cool. Other ones are more 4th of July. But I was thinking about also using maybe some of these pieces too, because I like some of these pieces from 4th of July, the new Stars and Stripes, which was only out for 24 hours this year. So that was the big news, I guess. It was so exciting when it came out. All right. Do you guys like to celebrate 4th? I don't know where I started and where I ended with these. Stand one thing, Dory. Stand one thing. Okay, so we're going to do a little waxing. Use our little wax applicator. Doesn't take a whole lot, but with wood, you do want to put a little coating of wax on. Mostly, not because I think these are older transfers, so I don't, it's not that I think these are going to stick really hard, but for me, I like the fact when we use the wax that it kind of puts a barrier on there, so if you make a little mistake, it's easier to get it off. If you don't wax, this is a pretty permanent application on wood. So wood wax, that's usually the rule. Of course, anything porous, like wood, you'll want to do that too. So, ooh, I got some good rub off on that one. Can you see that? I love that. And of course, when you put the wax on, it does kind of bring out that wood tone a little bit. So this is our surface wax. It was restocked last Thursday. I think it should still be there. So check it out. It does go fast when it gets in there. It is a popular item. So let's see, what should we do? Maybe I won't use it. I don't know. That one says 4th of July. I kind of like that. You could use any, like if you didn't get this, you could use any of the patterns. So you could use any pattern that you wanted on it. Just put it on the star. I kind of like the words. I've been really into a words thing this year. So I think we're going to start there. Start with the words. And I think that's the small one. It sure is. All right. Trying to decide what color. What color? Now, what I like to do with these stars is I like to do the 4th of July on one side, and then I like to do the Christmas on the other, and kind of make them interchangeable. The reason for that is I think it looks really sharp to be able to, you don't have to pack them away, right? Like if you're like me, you're close to 4th of July by the time you get rid of Christmas, but just kidding. It was like February or March, I think, before I got, it was just as rough getting out the Christmas supplies. So don't get me wrong. I wasn't like cheating any holiday for sure, but you could put out 4th of July stuff on Memorial Day, which happens to be in May, and then keep it through the summer, or at least through 4th of July, right? And then shortly after that, everything is over. So I'm just trying to find some colors here. I'm trying to find my red. Of course, we need some dune and maybe some black. And of course, a little gold. Is that the color blue I've been using? I don't know. Oh, this is black shimmer. We don't want that. Put that back in, and I'll put my brown away. Do I really not? That's the blue. I can't remember. I feel like I should remember what blue I'm using. That seems very light. I've been liking the colors though. Maybe that's it. I always hesitate at that. Oh, I'm wrong. I am wrong. That's the blue I've been using. Okay, that blue is better. Greens and yellows, blues. Silver isn't bad either, is it? All right. What should we do? I'm kind of thinking, because I haven't done that star. I don't even think, maybe I haven't even done this one now that I look at it. I haven't done the striped star, and it's a lot like the stripes on the other ones. Do you see that? That striped star in the middle down there. And I want to do that red and white. So that'll be the small one. This one, Maybe we'll do this one blue. I think I'm going to do blue. Be plain old blue. I could do like, there's USA. Do you see how there's USA right here in the middle? I'm thinking about maybe just doing that in gold. I might do that just to kind of make a little extra, right? Sometimes the little extra things help out, really make things pop and look special. So I think I'm going to do that. All right, see if we can get our gold mixed up real good here. I like to mix the shimmers. Gold was restocked as well last week. Every Thursday afternoon at 3 o'clock Mountain Time is when they restock. So if you're like waiting for something, that's the time to kind of check it out. Over in the chalk room on Facebook, if you're in the chalk room, I'm going to start with this gold and then peel it back, paste and peel, because then it won't dry up too much on there for me. And it'll remind me not to go too far with my blue. At least we can hope so, right? There's always somebody that posts it over on the chalk room, what the restocks are every Thursday. Sometimes I'll do it if I think it's something really big or I know somebody wants something. So if there's something you're looking for that needs to be restocked, do message me, because I will message you when it comes back in, or let you know if it isn't going to, or if I can get a hold of it too, because I have lots of great friends that are always willing to share. Okay, so there we go. The USA and gold. Get that shut so it doesn't dry up on us. I think this is going to look pretty. I'm excited. I'm just going to peel it away, not to reveal it. I always get so thirsty. Get so thirsty. I have a little fridge out here, and it's only stocked with my sugar-free sodas. I let myself have one per day. I try to stay off soda. Okay. Ooh, that is so cute. Don't you think that's cute? Cute, cute. Cute, cute. I wish you could see how glimmery it is. Shimmery. I did pull out my star patterns for Christmas too. I was surprised to see these stars. Like, you can put anything, like any of the patterns, like stripes or from anything else. The buffalo check would work nice. You could do any portion of any, you don't have to have these star cut out, those star patterns on these stars to make some really cute stars. But I'm kind of a stick in the mud. I like to do things. I think this will turn out really nice. Yep. Okay, so we're going to lay that back down. And because I didn't pull it all the way off, I only just have to re-stick it down, right? I'm getting excited because we're going to be having convention July 7th through the 9th. So I'll be going on the 6th for that. Getting super excited about that. All right, here's one of our mini squeegees. Basically, if you can spread butter on toast, you can do this. Literally is just a little plastic squeegee that with an angle on it, that I go ahead and spread it on evenly. It's a silk transfer, so all you have to do is spread it. This works great for anybody who has like arthritis. Like my hands, I have carpal tunnel, so I struggle with like painting or doing things really fine motor skills, and this is so easy. You can kind of be clumsy with it and it doesn't matter. And of course it's just crafting, so you can always fix it. Of course, I used to do cross stitch. Did you guys ever do cross stitch? I love to do it, but it's so small and I struggle with my eyes. Like, it's hard for me at the end of the day already just to see things. So I probably need one of those like weirdo, those old people magnifying glasses. You know what I'm talking about? Those ones that you put over your head. My grandma used to wear it for She used to do all kinds of crafts like that. I probably would like develop the muscles in my hands a little more, or cause more carpal tunnel, one of the two, right? Um, if I started picking up some of those crafts, but hey, boy, like I don't have anything to do here. I love doing chalk couture so much. It's so much fun. It's relaxing. Get to talk to you all. You're my adults in my life. I have teens, which come across as adults for sure, but you know, they're just not the same as adults. Ooh, that's so pretty. I really love that. Love, love, love. Okay, so I'm putting this back on to the backing, and I'll show you that really quick. Isn't that cute? So excited. I love that USA is just love that. I'm glad I took the time to do that. I never think to do that, so. All right, next is the big one. What should we do with the big one? So, I'm probably painting my nose. Oh, I kind of have an idea. I have an idea, you guys. Because the only big one, this was the one thing, frustration I found with this last year, was that the only big star is this one, which is very detailed. And I always struggled trying to figure out, how do I do that so that it looks nice? Because there's so much little fine detail on it. So I don't like to do that. But I have this thought. What if I used, this is the stars and stripes, use the stripes on it and then use the stars off of this to do sort of a partial thing. I wonder how far this, as you can see, I've definitely used this. This is an example where you can use, you don't have to have the star cutouts to make a cute something or other. I just don't know. I could also use, except that I've already used lettering. I'm afraid if I do like a hard line there, it's going to be hard to match it up. If that makes sense. I have to think about how this is going to stand too. Wonder if I put it down the center. And then replace it. If I did it like this, you see what I'm doing? It's kind of in the center, and then I'm going to have to get a little red here, and I'm going to have to replace it down this line and get this part over here again. I don't know if I can do that. We're going to try. We're going to try. All right, get this closed up. See how this works. I'm going to use the Candy Apple Red. Daring, right? Daring. All right, I think I'm just going to go ahead and use this is the small squeegee. It seems really big comparatively. And the thing I really like about this transfer is it looks like it's supposed to be like raggedy, not like perfectly filled in stripes, if that makes sense. Okay, we're gonna do this. Try not to get too much smooches too. I don't want the extra smooches either, because if I try to replace this back and do it again, we don't want big goobers on it. So I don't know if I can do this. I might have to do some doctoring with a sandpaper just to get it right, just to make it look seamless. That makes sense. All right, get that nice and evened out. Even. Pick up any extras. Don't let it, there we go. This one is Being stubborn. Okay. See how that looks. So far, so good. Okay, so this is my imagination is that it's going to stand like this, and I need to go on this side and patch it in, and then I also need more down here. So we'll see. I think I'm going to have to, hopefully these are evenly spaced. I probably should dry at least along this edge. I'm going to end up smearing. Kind of did a little bit already. It's still tacky. How is your weather? I would love to hear. If you have nice warm weather, you going to the beach, what you doing? I did smear a little bit down here. Can I get it off without making a big mess? It looks pink. It always looks pink when you do it. It would look worse if I tried to do it. All right. Here we go. I have to go down one because I have a little bit of the corner to do. Oops. Don't move it. Okay. This is my make or break, I guess. I don't know. Not sure if this is gonna work all right, but we're gonna try. Give it the good college try, as they say. Oh shoot, I can see a bubble, which is never good because that makes it go underneath the transfer. And with red, that can be a mess. Red makes a mess. Red is hard for cleanup, I can tell you that. Okay, usually you can use a transfer 2 times over really easily. Okay, so that didn't match up as good as I would like it to, but it's not too bad, right? All right. I think the trick is going to be going in with some sandpaper and kind of roughing it up once we're done. Just need this bottom portion here. So I'm going to use this other side because I haven't used it as much. If I can. And I just have a teensy tiny bit. And then the end of this corner here. That's it. On the last two ones, the last 2 stripes I have on here. So I'm going to start out with this end, get that on there, and then this is just, it doesn't have to be the whole stripe, it just needs to be a little bit, and hopefully there's no gap because that would look odd. But we can go back, like I said, I think it's like little enough. All right, we're going to call that good. Put it back on our backing. Not bad, actually. That side, I think, looks better than the other side, if you want to know the truth. So, I'm more impressed with that. And then, we are going to use after I get this a little more dry, I want to put the blue with the stars over there. I'm actually gonna, ooh, oh, I just stuck my finger in that. Don't do that. I'm really bad with sticking fingers in things. Really bad. I was gonna say, I wonder if I can get it kind of pasted over there on this side and fill in that hole. I might be able to patch it up a little bit, maybe with a paintbrush. Just there's not like this white line down there where you can see I patched it. Doing a patchwork today. Again, this is, you all probably do way better with this than I can, because I am not great at this. As long as I'm going here, this little spot kind of pulled up. All right, that didn't go too bad, I think. Problem is, it's the paste in that silk transfer, those are reusable silk transfers. So you can use these transfers like 6 to 8 times. If you take really good care of them, a lot of times you get way more out of that than that. Okay, we maybe properly repaired it. I don't know. Properly repaired it. Love it. Love, love, love. All right, I'm just gonna wash this. The last time I set out some brushes to take in the house, I forgot to take them in. And then, of course, they sat here overnight, and I came out the next afternoon or evening, and it's like, oh, that's really stuck on there. Sometimes it's, especially something so little. Okay. Now, I did a little surgery, and like I said, I'm going to go back over that, I think. Our farmer's market started last week, Saturday, and I want to go to the farmer's market and sell some of my finished goods, but I just have not had. Last Saturday, 1, it was raining, and I don't have a umbrella thing, but 2, I just wasn't ready yet, so I'm shooting for this Saturday. Hopefully we can get that done. Every time I even mention, I was wondering if that other might be easier to use this. See this little star? This is the star cutout, but what I just want to use the star part of it. I don't want to use, well, that kind of works out nice. I think I'm going to tape it off. Rather than try to deal with the big flag in the Stars and Stripes to make this, I'm just going to do just this little section by taping it off. At least that's my plan. So we're going to go along this line of red and white stripes right there. So don't go any further than that. Tape off these. There we go. Just has to make it so we don't go over the edges. I could do it without taping off these edges probably, but I just spare myself a little bit of grief, I guess you might say. All right, blue tape is always handy. We do have some transfer tape, it's called. Basically the same thing. Okay, back to our blue. Make sure we don't have any red mixed in. Use the same color blue. I'm really liking this. This is Colonial Blue. And our pastes are washable, if you haven't noticed, because I've been able to wash myself That's the important part, right? And the cool thing is, anything you use extra, you can just put it right back into the jar and reuse it. Just, you can use it sparingly. You want to see like the transfer come through, the parts that are green or teal come through. That tells you, you don't want to be so thick on the paste that you can't see the, like I'm looking at the stars through. That looks so cute. I think I did a good job. You guys, I like it. What do you think? What do you think? I love it. Oops, is that the way I wanted it? I don't even know. Yep, that was the way I was imagining it. Or I could go. Yeah, that's kind of the flag, right? And I could put Stars and Stripes Forever over the top of this. I think I might do that. I'm going to set this aside, let it dry for a little bit, hot minute. See that one? That one looks pretty cute. And now this one, remember I was kind of thinking about doing, I don't want to do words. And I did stripes and I did stars all in one, right? I might have to, I think that little bomb thing is a little too, let's see, I'm going to use a bigger one on this and see if I can get this to line up. What do you think? It might not line up. I don't totally understand geometry. And so this doesn't always work for me. Not too bad. Not too bad. What do you think? Gold? If you're on and you watch, you're sticking with me, make sure that you sprinkle the love so you can get into that drawing. So this one, I'm just going to lay this down and then just go outwards towards that. I think I'm going to do gold. I think that'll be pretty. All right. We need a new squeegee for this. I can always do the back something different if I want. If I change my mind, right? That's the cool thing about these. Or you could sand it down, repaint it, do whatever you want. I do have to warn you though, glitter is difficult. The shimmer ones, which gold is shimmery, they're kind of difficult to get off. So you have to really go well with the sanding block. It takes a little more elbow grease. It works, you can get it off that way, but you end up taking off the layers too. It definitely doesn't wipe off very easily. Whatever reason that well, it's just like glitter and everything else, right? Glitter sticks to everything. Glitter is not my favorite. Moss, anything messy. I'm not super fan about doing anything messy, right? But this is the nice thing about shimmers. They're in the paste, so you don't have to have it all over. Ooh, it turned out. I'm pretty excited about that too, you guys. I've done some new things, new techniques. Just using the bigger star, got it lined up. It's a shimmer, so it does kind of line up cool. All right. Should I put the wording on? I was thinking maybe putting the wording on this with ooh, that one star did get gunky. I can see that now. My nose is itching. I think I'll do Stars and Stripes Forever in gold. Kind of matchy, isn't it? I'm doing all three the same colors, but there's white on there too, right? I think this is all dried. I just don't want to smudge my blue stars. You can see my end stars kind of filled in a little bit. It went underneath. Must have been a bubble there. All right, we're going to do Stars and Stripes Forever. I could do Freedom or USA, established 17 76. But I kind of like Stars and Stripes Forever. That actually, if I place it right, of course I want it in the middle. All right. Hope those stars are, they're not really, my stripes aren't very straight. Oh well. Good enough. Good enough for Jazz. Uh-oh. Of course, it goes off on both my devices when it rings. But I suppose it was an important call because I didn't answer it. But I tell you what, if I do answer it and I think it's going to be local, it's never important. That's crazy. I hate that. All right. See, this maybe like hid some of those lines of the patching together. So we'll see. Nice and slow. Ooh, I do like it. Looks good. Little bit, I think it covered up, kind of takes away the attention from that. All right, Stars and Stripes Forever. It's not really super bold, but I think it'll be just right. You can definitely tell what it is. All right, let me show you the 3 of these together. Try not to knock them over or smudge them. I'm going to get this gold because I'm worried about it. It's looking pretty wet here. You guys have that happen? Like you underestimate. Like it looks like it's something far away. Or it looks like a local number that must be like a telemarketer. So you don't pick it up and then it's like the doctor calling for some reason. That happens to me all the time. All right. And then we've got this one. Hoping it's not too much, like too much busyness. What do you think? I suppose I could have just painted one plain and not even had any patterns. Because it does, to me, it looks like a lot. What do you guys think? I think it's a lot. I maybe went overboard. I do like each one individually, but I think like all together, I don't know. I like it. I maybe should have just left this one as is. That's what I should have done and just left it. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I'd love to hear what you think about that. Like I said, I'm having my doubts about it. I don't know. So thanks so much for joining, and make sure you keep on crafting, and don't forget to get in, put the sprinkles out there for all the June lives. Thank you.